A new event is coming to Golf Channel and USA Network featuring the two biggest stars in the men's game. The Golf Channel games featuring Rory McIlroy and Scottie Scheffler will be prime time Wednesday, December 17th, as I said, here on Golf Channel and also on USA Network, for these two guys to compete head-to-head, captaining two four-man teams in a rapid-fire golf competition hosted at Trump National Golf Club Jupiter in Jupiter, Florida. The details of this event coming up in just a moment, but joining me now in studio is somebody who is not only a member of this team, but will also be a member of the broadcast team for Golf Channel games. That is Johnson Wagner, my friend. Good morning. Good to see you.
You too, Gary. 2 days in a row. Happy to be with you.
Well, very happy to be with you. It's funny. You and I are nerds, and we'll watch anything when it comes to the game of golf. Before we give all the viewers out there the details of this competition, for you to be a part of this broadcast, you love to get down on the ground and either recreate shots, get the mindset of players and what they were trying to execute. Now you got the two best players in the world and a team that each of them are going to captain, trying to execute all these different disciplines. I know you're thrilled to be a part of this.
Anytime I could be around guys like Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy is an incredible opportunity, and I can't wait for the months to come to see who they fill out their team with. I think growing up, I was watching the Skins game the weekend of Thanksgiving. The silly season has transformed dramatically in the last few years with, you mentioned earlier, the Grant Thornton, PNC, the Hero World Challenge. Add this into the mix, and I think we're giving the golf fan at a time of year where they don't generally have a lot to watch. We're giving them the best players in the world, and this is going to be out of their comfort zone, something like we've never seen before at the highest level of professional golf.
I think you're absolutely right, and you mentioned those events. We are seeing an appetite, an audience for things other than tournament propers, which is the lifeblood of elite professional golf, men and women. But there's an audience for this, and if you can give them events that differentiate themselves from the competition, and this one will do just that. So with that, let's share with everybody what the details are on Golf Channel games. Again, Rory and Scottie leading two four-man teams in this following timed and strategy-focused challenges. Let's start with the drive, chip, and putt. A timed drive, chip, and putt. So the players will compete solo in the three precision-based disciplines, driving a total number of yards, then chipping within a certain proximity to the pin, and holding a certain number of feet of putts. We think about the drive, chip, and putt the Sunday before Masters Week at Augusta National. Now we're seeing the best players in the world doing the same thing, but they're doing it a little bit differently in terms of the urgency of time, and then also when it comes to the driving, it is aggregating a total number of drives to a certain distance. Whatever that distance is determined, could be 5, could be 6, could be 7. Let me get your thoughts on these players doing a timed drive, chip, and putt.
Well, I think this is brilliant, sort of playing off of the success that the drive, chip, and putt has had. I've watched my son compete in it for years, and the intensity and the pressure certainly ramps up. But when you add the timed element to this, I mean, I want to see the guys running personally, but
I support that.
I love the idea that we're sort of bringing the game together, and the kids that have competed, over the thousands of kids that have competed the last 10 plus years in the drive, chip, and putt, to see the best players in the world do something similar. I think it's going to be a really cool way to bring it together.
It's a great connector, like you said, for these kids who do it that first week in April. Now we're going to be doing it the week before Christmas with Scottie and Sheffler leading these teams. All right, let's go back to take a look at the details of that second discipline, the 14 Club Challenge. 2 players, 1 bag, and you're going, okay, what is this? Well, 1 player from each team will square off in this 14 Club Challenge, drawing a club from a single bag, including a driver and a putter, in a closest to the pin competition from a designated distance in the fairway. All 14 clubs, 7 shots per player, and once a club is used, it's out. all 8 players will participate 4 total matchups. How about this?
This may be my favorite one because I think the strategic element's going to be really brought into play. So if the number's 155 yards and I get to pick first, I'm grabbing that 9-iron right out of the bag, and I'm going to leave my opponent with a club that they maybe have to take a little distance off. So I think we're going to see some interesting shots with the driver, with a putter. I would think if it's the same distance every time, I think those will be the last clubs we see.
You would think.
Have you ever tried to hit a driver 155 yards?
No, I have not. I have, not deliberately.
Fair point. I've hit it 155 yards offline, but I think it's going to be really fun. I think we're going to get to see players sort of laughing at one another as they try to hit sort of ridiculous shots from a distance they would never try to hit a 3-iron or a lob wedge even. I think this one may be my favorite.
It'll be funny to watch these guys try to orphan the putter or the driver to their opponent as these clubs dwindle away from a yardage that is comfortable for a lot. And look, these guys they're wizards at executing shots. That one will be particularly fun. And again, you're going to have all the players participating as they go through this with individual matchups, 4 total matchups. All right, let's go back to the full screen. The third discipline is the time shootout. A 4-player alternate shot. It'll be 3 holes. The teammates will be staged on the tee and the fairway around the green. And so the finish with the best score in the shortest amount of time. Again, back to the efficiency required. This is going to be timed. This is not going to be methodical like, all right, I'm going to get out there and then we'll figure it out and we'll kind of meander our way down to the fairway and gauge our yardage. This is, okay, we got to do this as best we can, as expediently as we can. So let's say Scottie and Rory hypothetically are on the tee, and then you have 2 players staged in the fairway. Give me your thoughts on this.
Well, it's going to be paramount to hit the fairway or at least hit it close to where your second player is, because I've seen this sort of format done on YouTube channels where the ball's in the air and this player starts running to try to get as close as they can to where that tee shot's going to land. So if you spray one way away from the second man, or if you hit a poor second shot in there, the putting's pretty fun too, because the 4th man's going to have to be up there to tap in the 4th shot. And then you mentioned it earlier, but what about if the guy misses a short par putt, the guy who hit the tee shot is now
better be there.
Better be there, which, depending on how long the hole is and if they have a fast cart or if they're running from the tee, I doubt they'll be running from the tee, but I do think this is a format we're going to see a fast pace, and everybody's going to be very into getting that ball in the hole as quickly as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go now to the final discipline. Again, Golf Channel games, December 17th, primetime, Golf Channel and USA Network. Captain's Challenge, we get it. Rory and Scottie, each player hits from predetermined location. Shots will include a 100-yard wedge, 50-yard pitch, bunker shot, greenside shot, 50-foot putt, and a 10-foot putt. The lowest total distance from the hole for the combined shots will win. So we get this, the mano-a-mano with McIlroy and Sheffler.
With hopefully the Golf Channel games on the line, it's going to come down to these two. And the first place my mind goes is the 2003 President's Cup, when it was tied at the end of play on Sunday singles, and you had Tiger Woods, Ernie Els, mano-a-mano, just holding putts and fist pumps, and the teams there on the sidelines just riveted. I was captivated by that Sunday of golf, and I think anytime you can get the best 2 players in the world competing head to head, no matter what the format is, that final round is going to be exciting, intense, and hopefully come down to those last couple putts.
Yeah, and with the team component, you've got your teammates there. So the optics of that, with them milling around, coming down to these 2 guys who are going to be captaining these 2 sides. So when it comes to Rory and Scottie, in terms of their thoughts about this, that they shared these thoughts about the creation of the Golf Channel games. Again, December 17th, primetime, Golf Channel and USA Network. Here's Rory's thoughts. The Golf Channel games will bring a fresh approach to golf, inspired by events like the NFL Combine and All-Star games from top professional leagues. They give players the chance to showcase their skills across unique challenges and offer fans a new way to enjoy the game in the postseason. I am looking forward to competing in this new, fun format. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 years ago, Scottie Scheffler. 2 years ago, Rory McIlroy, 2 And directly to Scottie, and here is what Scottie Scheffler added about the Golf Channel games will be a great mix of skill, strategy, and pressure. This will be a brand new way for the players and the fans to experience the game of golf. Everyone knows how competitive we are, and I think the Golf Channel games will be an innovative competition that will engage the viewers. I'm excited to be a part of this. I think the time component is a great wrinkle. There's this sense of urgency, which we don't associate with the game of golf. And then you have them pitted against each other, captaining these teams. And here's the other part of it. We've seen very clearly that not only are these two guys coming off two of the most important years we've seen recently, Rory completing the career Grand Slam, Scottie winning 2 more majors, getting to a place where people think he might be ascending to historic levels when it comes to overall achievement at the height. And they're going to end the year pulling the curtain essentially on golf together in prime time on Golf Channel and USA Network. This is very good for golf.
It's very good for golf, and Scottie said it in his statement. He is incredibly competitive, no matter what it is. If he's playing ping pong or
pick-up basketball,
whatever it is, he has this intensity that he brings, obviously, to major championships and events alike. But to see him out of his comfort zone, doing something different in the game of golf, I'm really fired up to maybe hear some smack talk, to hear him jawing and laughing and having fun. But when it comes down to hitting the shots, they're going to be grinding and focused. And this is they both said it great. It's a fresh look. Nothing like this has been done at the top level of professional golf. So I'm personally beyond excited about it, and I think the lead up to it's going to be great as those teams get selected.
You know, if you look historically at men's professional golf, the best players have always found ways to compete either with each other or around each other, whether it's barnstorming, whether it is events that they're doing outside of tournaments. You know, Jack and Arnold played golf together. They played a lot of golf together. And Freddie Couples and Davis Love in the World Cups and their success in that. And you can go all the way back to Hogan and Jimmy DeMeritt and barnstorming and the Gold Dust Twins. To get Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy, who knows, we may get them into Sunday singles at the Ryder Cup, but they have an affinity for each other. They have an appreciation for what each other is doing. I think that Rory and Scottie, they're inspired by each other. To get them together on a stage, which they had last year in a different type of format, with a team supporting them, is a very interesting and I think could be a wrinkle that we could see on an annual basis that people can look forward to.
I mean, and leave us wanting more at the end of this one.
Yes.
We have to wait a whole nother year to see this, but you said it well. I mean, the mutual respect they have for each other. I go back to the AT&T Pebble Beach earlier in the year when Rory was asked in his press conference, he said, I'm just trying to be more like Scottie, play more mistake-free. So you know they look at what each other do and the opportunity to go head-to-head in whatever it is, they relish that moment.
And let me just say this as far as, you know, Golf Channel and Versant and what they are doing as they embark on identifying things that they're going to create, programming on their own. And I know that Tom Knapp, the Executive Vice President for Golf and General Manager of Golf Channel, said, with that in mind, we wanted to create a new golf event that was highly competitive, showcasing the best players in the world, hitting specific shots and plotting strategy with a running clock. Strategy, the expediency of time, and the best players together has a chance to be really, really good. And let me add one last thing. Programming is an interesting thing, and I don't profess to know much about it, but I know when programming works is when you find the needle that you can thread really, really well. And think about this. Wednesday, a week before Christmas, when you are decompressing from a weekend of NFL football and playoff NCAA football, and on a Wednesday night, we're giving you golf under the lights with Rory and Scottie. That's threading the needle.
Yes, it is. It's going to be an incredible time. And you said it, Wednesday night, you're not going up against anything. It's going to be must-watch TV for any golf fan. And I think this is the sort of thing that can bring fans from outside of the sport into golf and be like, oh my gosh, I can see going out and doing this with a group of my friends sometime. Maybe not under the lights. That's a little hard to pull off. But you can go. I mean, these are sort of events that I think you're going to see people go out and try to reenact and recreate on their own.